Hey, it's Teddy G, your friendly neighborhood bear from the Made in Compton store, here to spread love and good vibes.
Oh my goodness. Well, I tell you, it's actually Tipsy Tuesday. You do want to have good vibes, though. So, welcome back to the Tipsy Tuesday podcast with the one and only owner of the Made in Compton store, Bone. And as they dim the lights, as they say, in clubs and everything, that means it's time for a great time. And you want to pay attention, don't miss any of those details. And, you got those nice beats and everything like that, like the heart, the love, the atmosphere of Tipsy Tuesday, to feel and have great fun and everything like that. Even when things seem to be like, oh man, work was this, work was that, and sometimes it's just so wonderful to have a great time, even when it's just like a short period of time and you got to work all month. You know what I mean? Absolutely. So it's God is great, and we just want people to drive safely and everything like that, so we're not promoting any drinking and driving here on the podcast. Just want you to know that. And welcome once again to one and only Brian.
You doing?
Good to you.
I'm doing good.
Awesome. Okay, you want to share some information about Tipsy Tuesday?
Yeah, I just want to say, something about that tequila around summertime. I like that añejo. It's pretty good with a slice of lime on the rocks.
Super great. Absolutely. And I learned that añejo in Spanish means aged. Sometimes there are some things that's aged for so long, and some people they turn into a new person. And then sometimes that new person is like, wow, you know what? You're a millionaire now, or you're a billionaire now. You know what I mean? Or wow, you're so patient, so calm, and such a great person to be around. And it's not that the fact that you don't do this and that type of thing, whatever it may be, about sometimes people have a pet peeve about another person, and maybe that's another reason why they have something you know ill to say or foul to say or something like that about another person. And that's where those conversations, the distractions come from. And people try to just say, you know what, I need a drink, I need to just debrief about that because the communication may not be as rich, you know but something about dimming the lights, helps people to stay in tune and focus and just enjoy themselves with a nice anejo, or if there's some type of tequila drink, so that way they can have fun and understand the fact that, wow, this is the time to relax. Wow. And it's something about, most of people they work during where there's lights because it's during the daytime, or if they work somewhere in, Amazon or that type of thing where it's almost like they're printing money because it is people's thoughts and their perspectives that's being printed on paper, and then they're being delivered by these massive trucks. And although some of the trucks may not have a driver like some of those Waymo cars, they're just being is evolving into something great and helping people with their future aspirations. Because some people, they go for a drink and they have these business plans. They get a chance to talk about their dreams and their visions, and people are relaxed enough, in the dim lights and in the enjoyment of the atmosphere of feeling loved and appreciated and pampered, because it's something about the ambiance of going to different clubs and so forth, and sipping on tequila, or if it's something else that they're drinking. We just happen to be talking about tequila on this edition of the podcast. We've been doing podcasts for 3 years, so I'm just saying this just happened to be the topic of today's podcast as well. But it's something about that as we approach another holiday, and we know gallons and pound gallons or what have you, tequila are being sold at neighboring liquor stores and so forth, and around the world. So yeah, absolutely. Well,
Yeah,
Bone.
it's barbecue time. Once the barbecue start up, the drinking start. It's like it's almost that time of the year. Everybody
Mhm.
gonna be barbecuing for the 4th of July.
That's right.
But
Have a
again, like we say, drink responsibly.
mm-hmm. Yes, and then we also know it's one thing to party, and sometimes we have to just remember to be nice about different things because some people's feelings get hurt, because maybe somebody says something while they're intoxicated because maybe they are hurting for some reason and they take it out on another person, because they're like, oh, well, I've been drinking. That's why I'm doing these things and saying these things. I know you trying to lose weight and all that barbecue is good, but at this time frame, you don't need to eat too much of it. They say things like that. It's kind of one of those things like I'm giving an excuse about why I'm saying something negative to you, but and then it becomes a family situation. Like every time that so and so get drunk, then then all these people having a problem with each other. There's a communication gap, but we know it's a communication gap before the holidays, before the drinking and everything like that. But it's something about the barbecues that do bring people together. I don't know if it's the ambiance of that barbecue smelling good off the grill, and some of the people that put that old English, into the the barbecue, into the pit, and got that savory and flavor floating in the air, or if it's just the fact of the sun and the trees and cleaning the air from all of the, not so nice, uh, energies and so forth that may be around at times. And, because how some people say, I'ma just go this time because I haven't seen so and so and it's so long and that type of thing. But it's something about that tequila. If they drink, it irons that out. But for some people, it does make them excited to the point where, they just start uh, doing things that's just like different. And you have to tell them like, look, keep your clothes on, keep your clothes on. We out here, it'd be all kinds of things at family reunions. Trust and believe, we already know. But at the same time, it's a real thing. Like, are we having conversations at those barbecues? Are we utilizing tequila in some fun drinks? Like adding a little bit of the fruit and nectar, or some people don't like no sweet nothing mixed with their hard liquor or anything like that. But are we mixing, that good conversation, those compliments? This is the reason why I'm paying attention to you because I want to know this about you. Or this is why I'm paying attention to you, and or this is why I haven't been calling you because I didn't understand so and so or what you was doing and this and that. All these type of conversations take place when there's drinking, parties, and going on. But it's every day before we get the meat, before we get all the party favors, before we figure out which park we want to go and lounge around and parlay. But it's those things like sometimes we just need to take the time out and study those things. So with that in mind, that's Tipsy Tuesday. We just happen to be talking. It's on schedule to talk about liqueur. Other time, if this your first time tuning in, we talk about juices and smoothies intermittently. So next week, that's what we'll be talking about. This week, this is what we're talking about. So uh is be closer to 4th of July next time, and that's what we'll be talking about. Matter of fact, let me look at the schedule because it's every other Tuesday. Mm-hmm. Boom.
Yeah, summertime always make me think about that song, Summer, Summer, Summertime, with
Mm-hmm.
Fresh Prince and Jazzy Jeff. And that's the way it be. It just seemed like summer always come in with a nice, good party, a barbecue at the park. People
Mm-hmm.
playing basketball, the girls out, the guys out. Just everybody
Yes,
having a good time. So,
absolutely.
let's just say, let's kick this summer off like that. Let's have a good time and let's enjoy each other's company. And
That's
like
right.
Nichelle said, let's keep it positive.
Absolutely. And I see that's what we're going to do. We'll be talking about smoothies and juices next week, which is June 30th. And so by the time we talk again for Tipsy Tuesday, it'll be after the 4th of July having transpired. So uh, this year is one of those things like we have learned more about smoothies and juices, so we'll be doing those too. Like, it's not to say the people that drink smoothies, alcohol, and juices may not, try something new. So we'll like to learn from you as well in the comments area. What type of drink did you endure, or if you like to share, uh, when 4th of July comes, or you can share today or during this week if you hear this podcast before next Tuesday. And with that in mind, Bon, did you know that tequila can only be produced in specific regions of Mexico?
No, I didn't know, but I knew it seemed like it always had like a Spanish name tied to it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, remember we talked about agave, and it says here that did you know that quality tequila is made from 100% blue Weber agave?
No, I
Uh,
didn't know,
and
but
we-
I have heard of agave before.
right, we were talking about that on another podcast before, and then this one, did you know anejo tequilas are often enjoyed neat or on the rocks because of their complexity? Mm.
Yeah, that's how I like mine, just on the rocks with a slice of lime.
Okay, okay. And this last question, right, about did you know the aging process allows tequila to absorb flavors from the oak barrels, much like whiskey?
No, I didn't know that.
Mm. Yeah, we talk about some interest that you have from the Don Julio Añejo, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so
Hey,
I
and
thought
then
it
I
would be
remember we was talking about the Jack Daniels one time, and they was talking about those oak barrels, and they was talking
mm-hmm,
about how they use the barrels over and over and over again for flavor.
mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely. And it's really neat. The whiskey we had, it was a podcast about whiskey. That's one. But just some background about the Don Julio. The brand traces its roots back to 1942 when founder Don Julio Gonzalez began his tequila making journey in Jalisco, Mexico. His focus on quality helped redefine premium tequila around the world.
Nice.
Yeah, and then look, a flavor built through time. The aging process creates notes of vanilla, caramel, oak, and spice while maintaining the natural sweetness of blue agave. The result is a smoother sipping experience than many younger tequilas. Hmm.
The Don Julio was cool.
Got you. And so anejo means what again in Spanish?
Aged.
That's right. That's right. So yeah, and again, like we talked about on that other podcast about the barrels, the oak barrels, yeah, and that was dealing with age. I think I don't know if they did mention that. We were talking about whiskey on that other one, but yeah, got you. So well, that is some information and background and some history about anejo whiskey. I'm sorry, whiskey, tequila, absolutely. This edition of Tipsy Tuesday.
Yeah, I would like to hear about some anejo mixed with some different margarita mixes.
Mm,
Like strawberry or mango or some of those flavors.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds like that's gonna be good. Absolutely. Well, we're gonna go to a quick commercial and we'll come right back here, okay?
Okay.
All right. All right now. Here we are.
Did you ask though? Did you? Did you ask about the 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. the secret deal? Oh, don't be moving too fast though. Walk right in like you already know. Walk in chill like what's the deal? They might smile like it's real. Oh, it's real. No live signs, no big display. But the ones who ask get blessed that day. Try and save while you look fly too. Whole outfit got a vibe brand new. Don't be shy. Just ask one time. You might walk out feeling extra fine. Friend Rustus. Wait, you didn't ask? Did you ask though? Don't miss out. 2 p.m., 5 p.m. flow. Every day made it count the stove. Now you know.
Mhm. All right. Okay. So, with that in mind, yeah, lots of joy and laughter. Tipsy Tuesday. I'm hoping, yeah, lots of people who are enjoying Taco Tuesday. When you all hear this podcast, that you will share in the comments area what's your favorite tequila drink as well. Absolutely.
I
Bon.
remember when we used to go to what's that El Castillo? They had one called a Cadillac. That one was pretty good. But it was
Hmm.
blue, so I don't know what it was mixed with.
Was it the blue agave? Agave? But or are you thinking it's something else?
I'm thinking that was something to do with the flavor of it because the Cadillac was real sweet.
Mm. Okay, let me ask. Let me see what consisted um what alcohol consisted in the Cadillac. That's right. It would seem like that was at every club. It was either people was drinking the Cadillac or the iced tea.
Man. Oh, I want to know if anybody that's listening ever been to El Castillo. They used to be on Rosecrans. It was a Mexican restaurant. Oh, and they had some good food. I remember
Gotcha.
my sister took me there back in the day for my birthday.
Hmm. Yeah, the tamales, the wet burritos rather, were good
Oh
too.
yeah, the wet burritos was the one.
Man, the best. Okay, let me see. If you're referring to a Cadillac margarita, it is considered a premium version of a traditional margarita, and it consists of premium tequila, often an añejo or high quality reposado, fresh lime juice, orange liqueur such as Grand Marinier or Control. The agave nectar or simple syrup is optional. And that nectar, I think that made it sweet too. And then salted rim was optional, and of course it had ice in it. And it said what makes it Cadillac is the use of top shelf ingredients, especially the addition of the Grand Mary Well, is that the Marnier? Marnier.
Oh
Some
yeah.
yes. Floated on top or mixed in, giving it a smoother, richer flavor than a standard margarita. So
Mm.
absolutely. And then just a fun fact about the Cadillac margarita, it became popular because it elevated tequila cocktails from simple mixed drinks to premium sipping experiences. Much like a Cadillac automobile represented luxury and status in the automotive world. Mm. No,
Learn something new every day.
yeah, absolutely. So, and there's a difference between a Cadillac drink and a Cadillac tequila cocktail, rather than a Cadillac margarita.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, and that difference, he said, oh, okay, that's what I'm saying. Well, what's the difference?
I
Okay, so
don't know. That's what. Oh, okay.
I'm gonna read it right here. It says that okay, so just as the Cadillac automobile represents luxury, the Cadillac Margarita represents a top shelf margarita made with higher quality ingredients. The addition of Grand Marnier gives it a richer, because I know it's pronounced different, but it looks like Marnier.
Manye.
Yeah, but it's a different one. Yeah, gives it a richer, smoother, slightly sweeter orange flavor than a standard margarita. Wow. Okay. So Grand Marnier is made, because that's a French word, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, or maybe not French, but we're gonna see.
No, I
It's
think it is French.
okay. It's made from a blend of cognac and bitter orange essence, which is one reason a Cadillac margarita has a more sophisticated flavor profile than many other tequila cocktails. So, if you want to create your own signature Cadillac margarita, what flavor would you add? Mango, pineapple, strawberry, oh, watermelon, or something unique?
I would say mango.
Oh, mango. Okay, I was thinking mango, but I know you like the strawberry smoothies. Okay, nice. Well, definitely, this has been an educational focus of the about tequila on Tipsy Tuesday, this Tipsy Tuesday, and we've explored some history and culture and craftsmanship behind beverages while encouraging moderation and safe choices, as we talked about at the top of the show. So once again, just a reminder, please drink responsibly. And Bone, you want to share, or we'll talk again next time?
Yeah, I like to share auditions every Saturday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Made in Compton store. The legends are made in Compton auditions. Performers automatically enter in a sponsored giveaway. Music, comedy, spoken word, and any other talent you want to bring to the stage. And it's a time for you to edify your business if that's what you want to do. So
Mhm.
stop by the Made in Compton Media Hub and get yours on Saturday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Absolutely. All right. Well, until next time, I want to tell you about Thursday. There's a Thursday podcast called The Quiet Hug, and there's a possibility if we will have guests in the future. If you like to be a guest on any of the podcasts, just let us know as well. And with that in mind, we are going to talk again next time. Enjoy. And if there's something, because this is Made in Compton Store, a production of it, just know that you can always go on micpt.com. But we're definitely looking forward to your comments about Tipsy Tuesday. And we can talk about it at the top of the show next week, although we're talking about smoothies and juices. All right. Okay. Well, everybody, until next time, everybody have a great, great time.
Peace.